We got a Subscribe's Bad going up first over in Team 1. Where's this team of Paladins, Demon Hunters, and Monks? Oh my! Choke's gonna be first up, sticking to his guns as a Necrolord, about to get some big buzz. 915, big Chaos Bolt hitting him, is gonna have the Slime Shield just covering his body, covering his armor with slime, Fleshcraft covering that slime on top of it, while the Shield of Vendors burns inside of that bubble inside of a bubble inside of a bubble. As Christbet loads up another Chaos Bolt and sends it flying with all his might at Chokes. Paladin with Hand of Freedom, able to move, try to catch up to the Warlock as he's moving around with Soul Shape. The stun comes down by the Paladin, getting a big proc onto Christbet. The Fear comes out. Does he land the Rebuke Interrupt? Does not have it. Gonna be a quick Fear as well as a Immolation burning. But the Paladin's shield, the Flesh God, keeps him rolling. Gonna be the Bonzafell. Mortical runs him out. Is gonna do a bit of damage. Christman with full burst. It might be a bubble out of Chokes right now. Full instant cast as Christman just trying to see if he can shatter burn through the Paladin. Paladin triggers out with big stun to Christman. Does he have the big burst setup? He's just turning the damage around. Wall up for Christman with a big cast. Chokes bubbles it very, very late. Christman bails out of there with a gateway that is still full wings shining for Chokes as a full port for the Warlock. Choke still has plenty of damage, plenty of pressure available. Big proc into Christbet as it sends a Fear into the Paladin's eyes, as Christbet is just trying to stave off the pressure by the Paladin. He's done really well so far. More gallows getting thrown in as Chokes trying to keep pressing on versus Christbet as he got all the slows in the world. Drain left to maybe recover Soul Shape, or rather, not Soul Shape. What is it called? God, I literally just saw the ability and didn't read it. The Night Fate dot does give him actually ability to use drain life as much as possible without any mana consideration. Chokes catching the stun onto Christbet. This is gonna go for a bit of damage, getting those procs in. Christbet trying to maybe find an angle versus the Paladin. So far, the Paladin has had a very, very strong response towards Christbet's burst. I mean, he's the one dropping down Infernal and sending those Chaos Bolts out into the face of the Paladin. But then the procs for the Necrolord Pally, the Gavels, it's actually just huge damage. You got a sense of that thing on Kryza's shoulder? That thing looks like it's off the hub. It's okay, boys. I just need some boulder fruits to cover it up. Does anybody got any fruits on a bowl? We can maybe do something on stream to cover it up. Full stun onto Chokes. Gonna be a board for Christbet. Just puts Chokes way out in the open. Chokes waits until Christbet moves until he ports before he charges out on his pony. Before he uses Hand of Freedom, he waits to use the mobility until Christbet uses the port. The Warlock just tried to keep the Paladin at bay as best as possible with those fears. Try to keep him as far as he can. Drain life at him for whatever he got. And another gateway. Actually uses the gateway just to bail out. Again, the kiting for Christbet is huge. He's just trying to stay away from Chokes as best as possible. 9 minutes in a duel, 25% damn. Hand of Freedom for Chokes, trying to charge in, stun, Trinkets out of it. Does Christbet Trinket? He does, as his Chokes commits some damage. No gateway this time around. Bubbles it just so he continue rolling on. Does he have a Hand of Hindrance for Christbet? Try to stay on him as best as possible. Needs some kind of a slow. Try to do whatever he can. Infernal slamming down as the Paladin decided, you know what, I need to go in. I need to make damage happen. So run into the Paladin. He's gonna have the Bonzafell that he needs to break immediately. Christbet with full burst. Try to go for instant cast. Chokes at no health at all and does end up choking up. As Christbet just waited out a lot of the burst, waited out the immunity, and then dropped down the full massive nuke that is the Destro Warlock Infernal. That is a rough one to fight. Wait, what's the name? Okay, I'm gonna need to figure this out. His name, if I read in Russian, is Kok Svein X. K-O-K. Svein. You know what? I'll call him Svein. I'll call him Svein. I feel like that'll be easier. Because otherwise, who the hell knows what Dalaran's talking about? Why is Dalaran? Dalaran? My kids are watching. What are you doing? Svein gonna be up next. Playing out Necrolord as well. I wonder if they'll have an easier time. Necrolord Svein getting hit with a Mortal Coil. Drink us out of it immediately. There's gonna be a second to stop him. Bubbles it as war as a Christbet goes into full wall. Just trying to see if he can reduce the damage heavily. Gonna be that gateway. Trying to bail out of this as soon as he can. No stun to prevent the Paladin. Interrupt their fear. Might actually have the damage weight. Svein might actually been able to do it. She might have been able to do this already. Try to go for a flash of light. Charging a Kreisbad with a Hand of Freedom. Kreisbad got himself soul shape. At least he's staying mobile. The Paladin got himself the full Hand of Freedom as well as the mount ready to go. The Succubus might be able to interrupt him though. Does avoid the Succubus by going line of sight on that thing. Could still be a Succubus you see as soon as they close the gap. Kreisbad draining life out of the Paladin as much as possible. This is going to be fear. This is going to be even more drain onto the slime instead, actually. Keeping Swain in CC. Swain has to walk up to Kreisbad, gets into the stun. Do they have procs? Does she have all the procs in the world? Mordecai is sending her back with the fear out of Kreisbad. This is going to be Cataclysm around the corner. Kreisbad try to keep the pressure rolling. The Paladin, Shield of Vengeance ready to go. A port off for Kreisbad. Does he have the gateway? Has a lot of mobility after porting. And just taking that mobility all the way to the other side of the pillar. Maybe an interrupt available for the Paladin. Fear. No rebuke was used. No rebuke was available. Stun as the Paladin does break out of the fear. And almost has wings available in 40 seconds. Does she have the full burst though? Kreisbad just continuing to run as much as possible, and looks like Swain bails out of there. He decided, you know what? I have to get out of there. I have to get out. His name equals Masterclass? Is his name actually Masterclass in Russian? Well, I feel like now I kind of diminished the value of their name. I feel like now I diminished the value of their name. If I knew their name was actually Masterclass, I would have done it. I would have just said that. But I'd literally never seen that word in Russian, so I honestly guessed it. Succubus around the corner as FC Zeus is going to be the Necrolord Monk, dude. The Necrolords that they're throwing at Kreisbad right now. 12 minutes into the duel, 46% dampener. Try to see if you can bust through the bust up the Succubus a little, maybe generate some chi out of it. Kreisbad so far has had a pretty easy time with these Paladins. They're very tanky, but not really mobile. Not really mobile. Legit bully the Paladin on the left? Yeah. Legit bully the Paladin, and then the Paladin just left. Stun around the corner of Bonza fell as the Monk wants to close the gap really badly. Gonna take a little bit of that fire damage. As it is defensive just yet. Mordecai as he goes in for the stun onto Kreisbad with a Succubus CC. Dude, look at that control. And that's going to be a quick chaos bolt meeting him in the back with a Cataclysm on top of it. It's going to be a lot of damage. CB Zeus, FC Zeus has to go for the full defensive. Wait, is this CB Zeus on a Monk? This might be CB Zeus on a Monk. FC Zeus. Is that him? Is that the boy? Quick 8 cap onto Kreisbad. No second CC. FC Zeus might need to karma. It looks like Kreisbad just takes him out from range. Kel'Thas leaping in with a full metamorphosis versus Kreisbad with a hunt right after, charging right through him. Kreisbad actually ports right next to him, trinkets out of something, I don't even know what. Gonna be a full stun by Kel'Thas with an eye beam onto Kreisbad, trying to stay on his back as best as he can. Infernal slowing down the Demon Hunter. Mordecai sending him in the direction. Soul Rod, Bonzafell, all gonna increase the damage that Kel'Thas does. Charges out of the Bonzafell without thinking, and it's gonna get blasted with a conflict right at the very end. As Kreisbad went for full cooldowns, ports the tackle, ports the hunt from Illidarian. I think the hunt still does damage to him. And it's going to be Illidarian not eating that stun around the corner. I don't even know how. Succubus CC trinkets out of it, trying to land a fear onto the Demon Hunter, is able to disconnect for a second. Oh, one more hit by the Demon Hunter, it's over. Kreisbad hit with an imprison. Oh, I think it's done. I think it's over. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. And Illidarian taking out Kreisbad as this bad boy took out the whole team, bullied him around with crowd control back to back. And after Kreisbad was whittled down to the very last cooldown, only then. What the hell, Fruity? Why? Fruity, why? Why, Fruity? Why? What did he do? You guys did that to Jesus last time, and you guys said, well, Jesus went and attacked one of you guys. Now, what did Kel'Thas do? Now you're gonna tell me Kel'Thas is Jesus' friend? He's Horde. How's he gonna know him? Gage is going to be up next versus Illidarian, trying to keep the dots rolling as the Demon Hunter trying to swing around the corner. Going to be that soul shape, maybe could break away, needs some healing, doesn't really get a lot. That's also dots rotting him down right now. I think the dots have got him. Oh, I-Beam does get himself a little bit of leech. Stone onto Kajix, going to be blind by the rogue. Number triggered by Illidarian. I think Kajix has it finished. I see just downs the gnomish face on his head. Just gonna throw Nice in there just to let the dots do work. Let the Nice take him out. Kreisbad, dude. Bullying these boys. Actually, Kreisbad should have had 4 kills, but the Paladin, the other one, left. I mean, he didn't kill him, but that should count, right? That should count. Do you see what the donation was? We do 1v1 Kreisbad? Oh, yeah. If you guys want to do that, we can.